Verse 4, Chapter 8. Adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushashchadhidaivatam adhiyagyohamevatra dehe dehabhritam vara. In this verse, Shri Krishna says to Arjun, O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adhibhut, that is, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, like those of the sun and moon, is called Adhidev. And I, the Supreme Lord, represents as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being, am called Adhiyagya, the Lord of sacrifice. Elaborating on the above thought, the physical nature is constantly changing. Material bodies generally pass through 6 stages. They are born, they grow, they remain for some duration, they produce some byproducts, they dwindle, and then they vanish. This physical nature is called Adhibhut. It is created at a certain point and will be annihilated at a certain point. The conception of the universal form of the Supreme Lord, which includes all the demigods and their different planets, is called Adhidevata, and present in the body along with the individual soul is the super soul, a plenary representation of Lord Krishna. The super soul is called the Paramatma or Adhiyagya and is situated in the heart. The word Ev is particularly important in the context of this verse because by this word the Lord stresses that the Paramatma is not different from him. The super soul, the supreme personality of Godhead, seated beside the individual soul, is the witness of the individual soul's activities and is the source of the soul's various types of consciousness. The super soul gives the individual soul an opportunity to act freely and witnesses his activities. The functions of all these different manifestations of the Supreme Lord automatically become clarified for the pure Krishna conscious devotee engaged in transcendental service to the Lord. The gigantic universal form of the Lord, called Adhidevata, is contemplated by the neophyte who cannot approach the Supreme Lord in his manifestation as super soul. The neophyte is advised to contemplate the universal form of or Virat Purush, whose legs are considered the lower planets, whose eyes are considered the sun and moon, and whose head is considered the upper planetary system. Hence, verse 4 of chapter 8 is explained. Jai Shri Krishna. If you like today's video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment on the channel Mystic Faith.